the lower dantian, just beneath the belly button, a few inches below the belly button. Let your breath be very big. Let it go bigger and bigger. Hold it when it's at its maximum. And slowly exhale it out through the tailbone, all the way down to this empty space at the heart of Mother Earth. Beautiful. Just allowing yourself to really be here. Experiencing your own breath. Experiencing the inside of who you are. Let yourself really be in the heart of the earth. Be the one rising from the heart of the earth. This beautiful light. Come inside your toes. Come inside your feet. Inside your thighs and shin bone. Your knees. Enter inside and release from the inside as though you're opening up the doors to let the fresh air in. Open the knee joints. Enter straight into the thighs. Release all the tension from the inside. You're the light. You get to be everywhere and anywhere all at once. And with very sacred intention, you are moving gently and intentionally through the sacred temple that is your body now. Thigh joints release from the inside. Move into your lower dantian. Bring yourself into a pearlescent form, a pearl, the size of a pearl that can move through any parts, seamlessly, effortlessly. And place both your hands, one on top of the other, at the level of your lower dantian. Bring your heart into this space. Let the love that you are light up this energetic field. The dantian is also known in English, the elixir field, the alchemical cauldron. Remembering that when you come here, you have become a configuration of the one, the non-differentiated origin that is who you are. All of us, different leaves from one tree. And this alchemical cauldron that is within you will guide us today, will guide you, me, us, to a still point where we can observe, where we can become aware of our relationship with the foundational stillness within you. Release, deep breath. And release your hands, shake them as though you're releasing all the gunk out of your hands. And if you're just joining us, welcome. Deep breath. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. As you're coming in here, please tell me, what is your relationship with stillness? In a few words, in one word, what is your relationship with stillness? Laura is saying unease. Ines, beautiful. Fear, being close to source. Roseanne, challenging. Nikki, challenging. It doesn't feel safe to be still. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I love this. Danielle, calm. Good, good. Beautiful. Like, I love this. Let's go deeper, and thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for opening your heart. The most important thing here is not that you agree with what I say and what I transmit and channel, but rather to allow yourself to be receptive, allow yourself to receive this as a mirror, as a complete energetic match to your interior landscape. And whatever it is not here to bring you down or cause you anything. Whatever that's here is really here to hold you to the higher light that you may already feel is possible or may completely have no idea of, which is all perfect. Els, welcome. Well, Els, craving it? Well, you're in the right place. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. You are in the right place. Carlota, intimate and curious. And by the way, everyone, if you're on Insight Timer, just know that you can always catch the replay on my Instagram. Come over to Instagram, just click on the replay and let me know if you're on it. I always appreciate connecting with you on different platforms. It's just that on Insight Timer, there's never really an opportunity to save replays. And I really want these transmissions to reach far and wide. So if you love it and you want to share it, you know where to come to. All right. So I want to thank you for your shares. Please keep sharing. And as we continue to bounce light off each other, the field will keep playing and responding and weaving together. So this is going to be a beautiful session about stillness as truly something that has never really gone away, but has sort of been shelved or put aside. And again, also for people who have mentioned here, for beautiful women like Laura and Inez and Nikki and Roseanne, you know, when you find it challenging, when you find fear coming up, fear of being close to source, I would love for you to tell me, please tell me why. Like, what does your mind say about that? Let me know from the mind, what do you feel at that point? Because if we are able to drop deeper into soul speak, you will find the answer. You will actually find that it will dissolve immediately. And we are already moving, as I move the energy as we speak here, we are going to feel that dissolving very naturally because energy is being moved as we speak. Yeah, we're going beyond words. A lot of the things that I do in my space is also very energetic. There is a sacred geometry that's moving. We are fields coming together, and we are also being held by a wider field that has its own intelligence. And so, in a deep breath, everyone with us. I don't trust I'll be taken care of. Wow. Okay, let's dive into this. Carlota says intimate and curious with regards to your relationship with stillness. I want to know what everyone thinks stillness really is at this point, because what I point to when I point to stillness is really what Ines has just really marked out, which is source. Stillness as a point where we are completely free. Stillness as a point where, simply put, we are very, very, very clear that we are not separate from this luminous being or this luminous presence, which is very divine. And when we are not able to access that stillness, hello Jennifer, stillness is integration, okay. I want you to breathe with me as I speak about stillness, because I want you to feel the energetic transmission here. All of you have been called in very specifically through what I have shared: multidimensional women, priestesses, space holders, change makers, light leaders. We all have this yearning in us to make a difference in our lives. And I'm not just talking about, being a CEO, making multi-million dollars. Like, I'm talking about your presence. Your presence when you're being with someone else, and your presence as a whole, even when you're on your own. Because even when you think that you're physically alone, you're not actually alone. And please breathe. This stillness that I speak of is at the heart of source, as Ines has called it. But I really want you to feel this divinity as not separate from you. You are the leaf that is from the same tree, one tree that holds all the leaves. And as the face of the divine, you are the interface. You decide, you choose what you want the divine to experience through you. And please breathe. When stillness is avoided, because usually humans, they go two ways. You either want to avoid pain or you're chasing pleasure. But there is also a third space where you are literally living from stillness. You are loving from stillness. You are creating from stillness. And you're resting in stillness. But the issue is when you fear stillness, when people talk about life is all about go-getting and never stopping and, doing all the things and all of that, right? We start to forget about the stillness, or we start to avoid it even, and we start to compensate for it. And the compensation comes in the form of fear. It comes in the form of control. It comes in the form of seeking. It comes in the form of, I need to rest, but I can't, and I need to start planning all the things, and that leads to burnout. And a lot of people in the world these days are really burnt out. And the issue with the world that we live in today is that the more that you actually need to be still, the more the world is actually telling you to keep moving and keep doing and keep going and try and try and try and try, when what you really need is to access that stillness within you. What you really need is to embody that stillness within you. And I want to say this again. The stillness that I'm talking about is not an absence of thought. Okay? I'm not talking about that. It's not an absence of thought. It's not an absence of movement. It is an absence. Actually, let me rephrase that. It is a natural deselection of everything that is no longer necessary in your life for your highest evolution, because your soul is evolving constantly, and thus this stillness is constantly and dynamically evolving as well with you. It's always unfolding. The true stillness that I speak about, you will find the stillness, and then you will continue to unfold, and then you will find another layer of stillness, and then you'll find a deeper layer and a deeper layer and deeper. And that's why when Al said, I'm craving it, it's like you've already accessed a layer of it and you want to go deeper and deeper. It's so much fun when you live in that way, because now it's not trying to be still. It's not avoiding life so that I'm a hermit and I'm hermiting and I'm not doing anything and I'm still. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about really living in stillness, living from the stillness, loving in stillness, loving from that stillness, relating from that stillness. So now, I want to ask how you feel when I speak about this stillness. Do you feel the moving essence of it? I always describe it this way. I describe it almost like a holographic. It's transparent, but it's always moving. And I won't be able to grasp it because it's a fluid motion. It's a fluid energy. Yes. And the thing about what we as light leaders have to remember is we are meant to be light. We are providing light. We are the presence of light. We are the embodied presence of light. Do you feel this? Do you agree with me? And yet there are so many times I see this so often, is that you get so caught up in trying to identify with a certain idea or belief, that you need to make your message clear, or that you need to be a certain, identification in the world. And trust me, I have been there myself. Like, I've been at the point where I'm like, who am I? What am I supposed to call myself when what I provide to the world is the service of light? Like, I'm not, as easily understood as like a doctor or an accountant or a social media manager. Like, I'm not that. And the way that we can really play with this is to really be so rooted in the stillness, so that when you are responding to the world, you are responding from this rootedness, and you're not troubled by it. People can call me whatever they want. I don't really get wobbled by it. You see? I can meet people who are totally they totally find what I'm saying nonsensical, and I'm not wobbled by it. because I'm rooted in this stillness. It is this stillness that I answer to, and it is this stillness that I'm rooted in. And please breathe. Ines is asking, where can you find the balance? I wean often between too much and too little of what? Can you be more specific, Ines? We want to penetrate the mind here, because a lot of times what you're saying is really just coming from the mind, and we want to go deeper. I want you to go deeper into that stillness, the pearl in your dantian when you speak, when you answer me. Okay, please. Let's do this. I love that we have an opportunity for a little bit of mentoring and guiding here as well, so that everyone can receive that through you. So thank you for your medicine. So what do I mean when I say stillness is the embodiment of the new leadership paradigm for women? It really isn't new. Let's be real. Because it's been around forever. It's really the foundation of who you are. Because it is so non-differentiated, right? Non-differentiated means that it's the point where you don't have an I yet. Like the I am is the I am, but it's not the I, okay? The I is where you're individuated. The I is the 10,000 things. The stillness can become a stone. It can become a tree. It can become you and 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 you. It's infinite. Okay? Deep breath if you feel that. What we desire is really to be one with Source. But at the same time, we recognize, and I would highly recommend that you acknowledge that you chose to come here as a human this lifetime. You chose to come to Earth. And also, by the way, you are of the Earth, right? I want to be very clear about this, because it's so easy for us to look at other stars and think that, I'm a star seed and I belong in this star and that star and that star. There may be a connection with the star, no doubt about it, but you are a human being. Period. And I really, really want you, this is for every woman that comes to work with me, I want you to feel how precious it is that you are a human. I want you to feel how honorable it is that you are a human being. A descended master, if you will. Because all of us began as this cosmic energy that compressed and compressed and compressed and came into the density and became a form. We are made of the cosmos. There is no mistake about it. And the way that your astrological chart is formed will tell you a couple of things about how unique you are. Every one of us, how amazing is that? There is not a single chart that is completely alike and identical. Because the divine desires to experience life through you. And that is the stillness that we want to be able to cultivate a relationship with. I'm really wanting to open your mind and your heart up to a stillness that is way deeper than what we talk about in like a 1-hour yoga class or a meditation studio or like, I don't know, a sound bath. We want to go further and penetrate that silent illumination so that we can become this ancient one who is able to plug into different elements and respond from different elements. It's very fluid. And I'm going to go into it now. And I think that's going to be very, that will be a perfect response to what Ines is saying. Between doing anything, I have so much desire to start the community, but it feels I overbook myself to the point of chaos, almost a lack of stillness. The closer I try to get close to it, the farther okay, perfect. And please breathe, everyone. Please listen with your heart as I speak this. Okay. When you are moving from stillness, every movement, every action, every decision that you make is whole. And it is from you, through you, as you. Which means you will not feel that you're overbooked. You will not feel that you're far from stillness. If you feel that you are far from stillness and that you have a desire to start something, but then you feel like you are overbooking yourself to the point of chaos, I would really invite you to ask yourself, what identity am I playing into right now? And please breathe. Because if you are truly moving from your soul, from that stillness, which I speak of, that is the movement of the soul, is led by the soul, you're not going to feel like you have done things to the point of chaos, because this is exactly what the sages pointed to as effortless action, or wu wei in Chinese. It's really, again, as I said, the absence of the unnecessary. And this is why when clients come to work with me, the very, very, very foundational point is to actually unbecome all the things you have piled on to compensate for the stillness that is actually what you actually need to feel into and cultivate. Now, I really, again, want you all to open your mind up. When I say cultivate stillness, it's not about, spending days at a retreat, sitting, not talking. All of those things are great. But you have to be able to embody that and actually bring that into your life. And in order to do that, several things have to happen. Your nervous system has to unwind. Your energy field needs to recalibrate. And your physical body, the tension in your physical body somatically, it needs to also relax. So the mind, for example, you could go to a Vipassana retreat and you may even have a practice of your own to quiet the mind. You may call it mindfulness. You could call it meditation. But if the point of it is to achieve certain things, like I want to completely have like a quiet mind, right? And the point is to keep achieving that state, some special state, for example. So you maybe go to ayahuasca, maybe you go to whatever it is that creates a special state that is not perceived as temporary. If you don't have an understanding of that, then stillness is always going to remain as a concept. I really want you all to go out there and do great things. Start the community, right? Be fully booked. Do what you love. Go travel. Be with your children, 100% present. All of the things that you desire in your life, and still come from that stillness. Because that is your natural state. Do you understand? Do you feel that? Even your mind is going like, what the fuck is she saying? I'm going to ask you to feel in your body. Stillness is your natural state. It's meant to be your natural state. So if you are moving, you move as the stillness. You move from the stillness. You can move with every sense, every intuition is pointing you in the direction of what you desire. It can be as simple as this. I want to start a community. And then the stillness will start to move in you. And something will point you. Your hand will start to move into your laptop. And something in your mind starts to click. Oh, I want to check out that website today. Oh, something about the website stands out. Oh, I'm going to contact that person. That person looks like a really amazing person. And then the next thing you know, it leads to a collaboration. The next thing you know, the community starts to come together. It's seamless, it's effortless, it's cosmic. And it's meant to be who you are. And it's aligned with who you are. The issue I see a lot with light leaders today is that you see all these depictions in the world, and somehow your mind that has not been cleansed of the gunk of the old paradigm still holds the memory, the tension of the old paradigm. And the reaction is easy. You know, it's like a reflex action. It's like, oh, I need to do this. I need to have this. I need to look like this. I need to have that brand. I need to have this and because the Joneses think it's right. You may not think it that way, but because your reflexes that have been built up in the past to protect you, to save you even, has not been properly unwound, and you keep piling all these things on top of stillness, trying to compensate for the stillness, you make decisions that make you feel you're getting farther and farther away from stillness. And please breathe. And it says a lot when you said, Ines, just to wrap this up, that you fear being close to source. And I want you all, everyone here, to take a deep breath. Because yes, in the stillness, you are going to meet your true self. And sometimes meeting your true self, you may not like seeing what you're going to see. There are lots of things I see that I don't like. Okay? My human mind doesn't like. One time I was sitting in ceremony, deep in stillness with tea, as tea does a powerful job at opening the portal to ride through the eye of the needle into stillness. That's why I work with tea spirit. I sat there and I met all the things that I was unconscious about. It surfaced, emerged because it was still enough for me to see it. I saw my skepticism. I saw how I was jaded. And I didn't even realize it in my conscious mind. All I did was ask questions from the mental perspective. I was asking questions like, why is this not working? Like, how is it not working yet? Like, you know, those were the mental questions. But then when I was in stillness, it was completely different. No questions, just emergence. Emergence of, this is your skepticism. This is your jadedness. Now, let's be honest. Yeah. I stood sacred witness for all that surfaced. And this is your job, to stand sacred witness for every single thing, including the garbage that is being emerged out of the stillness, because it has to be disposed. all of the gunk, all of the unnecessary. Just imagine you walking into this beautiful tea space, and this is why I always see in my vision is a very spare room that's so beautiful, but there isn't a lot of clunk in it. It's just so spare. The design is completely still. Why? Because there's nothing unnecessary in it. Everything serves a purpose in its own order. There's nothing excessive. And every movement serves a purpose. That's what it feels like to create from stillness. That is what it feels like to move from stillness. And yes, I do, when I work with you, I will bring you into deeper studies of tea, the way of tea, how it cultivates beauty and stillness and presence in you, how it opens up your sacred eyes. But that is just really, really a doorway. You have to go live that. You have to go and create from that. You have to be that. Be the woman who embodies stillness. And by the way, when we come into understanding ourselves as a human, we can also look at what element in you that is more in excess than another. For example, how you react to difficult challenges in your life or stress, right? And that's how we find the balance. It's not something that you kind of just study and then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's me. That's my profile. Like, this is why I'm like, this is why mentorship for me is so important, because it's really about real-time evolution, evolving real time, right? How do I know that somebody who has more fire in them, for example, and somehow when they're stressed, they react in, say, maybe they react in a more metal element way, right? What that would look like is someone who is like, oh, I'm go, go, go. Like when I'm on, on the ball, like everything's rolling. I'm like, I'm going. Let's keep planning things that put more into it, more. And the minute you feel stress, you revert into metal element. What that looks like is someone who just wants to cut everything off. Want to just cut everything off, and I don't want to look at it anymore, and I just want to slash it all off my life. How do we find the balance for you so that you can be in harmony, so that you can create from stillness? Well, the answer is in mentorship and also working with different teas that suit your profile. And sometimes with metal, you really need to have a clear vision that comes in the form of the wood element, right? A clear vision, like a far sight that will carry you through the stress and the challenges. And all of these things are cultivated through time, because none of it is linear. It's not linear. Do you get that? Do you feel this? And more than ever, we need women who are multidimensional, who are healers, psychics, light leaders, to come from stillness. Not reactive, not hiding away, not avoiding conflict, not wondering, oh, who am I to say anything? I don't matter. Enough of that. We need to close that book. We need to close that book once and for all and start to really live as our true essence and shed and give our radiance out into the world in your own way. Okay? Not like what Rihanna is going to do, not what Taylor Swift is doing, not what that healer is doing, just you. You. And because I also know that so much about abundance and giving and receiving can fuck with your head, this is also a major part of the journey when you walk with me in mentorship. Understanding what it really means to receive, and by receiving, you're giving someone else the opportunity to be generous, and charging for your work with no attachments at all. And by the way, stillness is very closely related to non-attachment. So these are two frequencies that you get to master. And when we speak about these two things, there are two of the actually most misunderstood things. Let's be real. Right? When you think about non-attachment, you're thinking, oh, I'm not living, I'm not loving, I don't care about anything in the world. That's bullshit. It's hijacked. When I speak about stillness, you fear it, you find it challenging. Because why? You think of stillness in a completely hijacked manner. You can be in chaos and feel stillness. At first, you may need like hours of meditation to feel it, but the more you be with it, the more you create and cultivate your relationship with it, you get into it in like 3 minutes, 5 minutes stat, immediate. Because it is who you are. You have never missed it. You've never been gone from it. It's born in you. It's in you. And in a world where we're constantly talking about peace, we need to start living from there. That's where we stop canceling each other. That's when we start to really tune in. That's where we start to listen to yourself. And because you're listening to yourself, you're listening to others as well. Not sitting there pretending that you're listening. But meanwhile, in your head, you're going like, oh my God, okay, like, what am I going to say? Oh my God, they're pissed off. Okay, I don't hear anything they're saying, but I'm going to say my part. My part is important. I need to tell them my part. I need to be clear about my standard. I need to be clear about my boundaries or whatever it is. That's not real listening. That's not real giving. You're not giving your presence. You're not giving your truth. You're not giving your authenticity. You're not giving. And by the way, if you're sitting there thinking, I'm so fucking done with giving, then the invitation is to really ask yourself how you are resisting receiving, how you are refusing to receive. These are all elements that contribute to stillness and come from stillness. Because you can receive and be receptive as stillness. You can give as stillness too. Wow, what a gift. What a gift. You feel that? It's such a, like my heart just immediately started to shine when I said that. So the questions I asked obviously today, I know most of you probably gave me answers from your head, and that's understandable because we don't have the time to really go into the activations and the illuminations. So I really want to invite you, if you feel it today, if you really resonate with this, I have a free Fire Horse portal opening ceremony where you get to experience my tea ceremony activation, my multidimensional illumination, all in one on the 4th of February. You can register now. through the link in my bio if you haven't registered already. And I also want to preview something that's really, really important and powerful in my heart as well. And I'm so excited for it. Like, I'm peeing my pants about it. I have a mastermind that is coming up. I've never done it the way that I do it before. It really is a return to stillness, not as a principle, but really as an embodied way of living. If you can move as stillness, you can move fast, because that is the frequency of light. That's really, really a powerful place to be. So if you want to be on a wait list, just let me know. It will be on a special price very soon when it launches. My heart is just radiating with the frequency of the mountains, the tea trees, and the earth, and the raindrops. The water that we drink is just been a cloud in the sky a couple of weeks ago, if you think about it. And really, there is nowhere enlightened that we're going to chase after. It's about living enlightened now. Living in full presence now. Connecting heart to heart. Being with your heart. Being with someone else's heart. So holy. Eve, welcome. Yes, indeed. There is a replay. Eve is just asking, will there be a replay? Yes, there will be a replay. Because here's my gem. I'm going to share a little bit here. The 4th of February is actually the official date, let's say, that the chi will move from wood snake to fire horse in the Chinese calendar. And this is also a time where the 24 solar terms of the lunar calendar begins, the first solar term. And when it turns on the 4th, is actually also the day where the chi is said to be the strongest on the earth. So this is a day where we do really funny things in our Chinese culture where, for example, we try to balance an egg because everything is in perfect harmony on that day. So the egg is actually balanced on the floor perfectly. You can try that. And also a day where we do all kinds of different things to raise our health, our wealth, and all the things that you desire. So I really wanted to celebrate that day and also spread the truth about when the fire horse year actually starts. So having said that, the replay will be available from the 4th until the 17th, which is what the world generally deems is the first day of Lunar New Year, which they think is the first day of the fire horse year, but actually it's not. So you will be able to access the replay until the 17th. And then after that, it will be available, but it will be available for purchase only. Okay. Wonderful. Eve is signed up. I can't wait to see you. I'm so excited. I mean, I know if you are going to be on a replay, you can always send me a DM after about how you felt, what you felt, and what you saw. Like, these things are so good to just really be there to share. You can share that on my Instagram. There is a channel called She Embodies the Light. You can join for free as well. That's a place that I really am hoping in this year to build as a community together. All right, my love. I will do. Yes, see you very, very, very soon. In the ethers or in the now, in the physical, on the screen. I will so enjoy being with you, whoever that's coming. And before we complete today, I feel like my transmission has completed, but if you have anything you want to bring forward that is related to what I just channeled or transmitted, this is a very good chance to do so. I have a couple of minutes left. Otherwise, we can say sayonara for this round. Jennifer, wow. Breathing. I love that so much for you. Remember, my loves, you are the artist of your life. There's really no one else out there. Everyone else that you meet that you find challenging or you love equally are all here for you. Because your soul knows your greatness. It knows the level of evolution that it's here for. So during the ceremony, we're going to learn to also listen to the soul. Yeah. I know some of you already probably do that. But, you know, the one thing I really want to say sincerely, whether you work with me or not, is that each one of us really have to have a mentor. Because no matter how spiritual we are, no matter what a seer, how psychic we are, we always have blind spots. And that's because we are human. There is no going around it. You know, if I didn't have a mentor, I wouldn't be here today. Like, I would still be figuring things out. I will get there for sure, but I would have taken so much longer. And again, it's not even about time because it's non-linear. It really is such an honor to actually find a mentor that you say, this is my mentor. You know how rare that is? Very rare. So I just want to say that because this isn't a money grab thing. Like, it's real. It's a real relationship. It's full of tears. It's full of joy. It's full of everything that we celebrate together and grieve together. That's mentorship. You know? Wow. Roseanne is saying, thank you so much. You've given me a new vision and feel for stillness. I'm taking this with me. Wow. Thank you, Roseanne. That's so amazing. So for anyone who feel like you want to explore one-to-one mentorship with me or join the waitlist for the mastermind that's coming up, drop me a DM. I will be so happy to just share with you. There's no pressure to join if you feel like it's not the right time. But if you want information, you're so welcome to just come and explore and chat. I'm not going to bite you. So I know you're a leader. You know how to lead your way in. So I'll say no more and complete this session for today. Thank you so much, my loves. Big kisses. See you all later.